Welcome to this week's Rogers McHugh YouTube video. In this week's episode, the chart's blank. We're going to do something a little bit different. You're going to follow me for a week in the life. So it's Monday morning, starting the day with a coffee, as you would expect. It's been a busy few weeks, and this week's no different as we're getting closer towards the Christmas break. You're going to spend a week in my shoes, follow me around a little bit, and today, not quite as busy as it was going to be. We were due to go and see a client, a new client. We've got a candidate starting with them in a permanent position on Wednesday, and we're due to go and see them today, but unfortunately they've pushed that back till next week due to other commitments. But it does free me up, with it being the start of the week. I like to sort of have a chat with all the managers of the different teams, just see where we're up to, what the numbers are looking like, what the pipeline's looking like for placements, and with it being the last couple of weeks before Christmas, there's a lot going on. We've got a Christmas party in a couple of weeks. It's all booked, but we've got an awards presentation for the team, so I need to at some point start putting that together, and we've got a managers meeting on Friday this week, so I need to finalise the agenda, finalise the notes for that, and that's an all-day event. It's out of the office, which I think is vital, because if we did it in the office, we'd constantly be peppered with questions and people interrupting. I've got so and so on the phone, whereas there we can just go. We can spend a full day immersed in what are we going to do in 2025, what are the targets, what have the challenges been in 2024, how have we overcome them, or have we not overcome them, how can we overcome them, what are the targets for next year, what's the budget for next year, what are we going to do differently next year that maybe hasn't worked this year. And yeah, I'm looking forward to that on Friday, but it takes a bit of work, planning it, prepping it, getting the agenda right. Like I say, it's an all-day meeting, so there's got to be enough on the agenda to keep us busy all day. There's plenty to go through, and obviously I want to make some notes around the key points that I want to get across. So today, we've got a number of people working from home, so it's a quieter day in the office, which I like because it means that I can get my head down and I can get into some of the weeds of that. So today it's a bit admin heavy, and I don't particularly like doing admin heavy days. I like to be able to speak to clients. I've got a couple of potential new clients that I want to chase up today as well, which is what I enjoy doing more of. I've got a few other calls that I need to make. We're looking at growing the business, and there's a few calls around that as well. So it's going to be a busy day. Like I say, it's Monday. It's never going to be quiet. We need to hit the ground running. We need to be productive from day one of the week and really set the tone on how the week's going to go. Like I say, we've only got 2 weeks till Christmas, so it's a little bit hit and miss. We've got a lot going on internally and with client meetings as well. But yeah, you're going to come on the journey. You're going to see what it's like running the business. Hopefully, you'll get a good idea of that. But for now, I'm going to start planning and prepping for the managers meeting, I think. So I'll speak to you later. So before I could get any preparation done for Friday's meeting, I've had a couple of calls there with 2 of the managers just to sort of set up the week, hopefully try and give them a little bit of inspiration and inspire them to have a good week. But yeah, just catching up with how the teams are getting on, where the sort of focus is this week, just so that I know at the start of the week where they're planning on getting their growth from and their business from, where the revenue might be coming from. I do need to let the managers manage a little bit more, but that's a work in progress. When you've set up a business and built it from you, yourself and Irene, it's tough to let go sometimes, but that's a battle that I'm facing. But as we grow and as we want to grow, we're looking at different arms to the business. We're looking at different opportunities, different sectors. I'm going to need to pass over some of that responsibility, and I can't be doing it all myself. So call with, like I say, a couple of the managers this morning and leave them now to manage the teams. One thing has come out of it. I need to sit down with Paige, who's one of our resources. She resources trades and labour candidates, so I'm going to sit down with her now, and then hopefully get around to doing some of the work for Friday. So I'm trying to do a little bit of a week in the life for the YouTube video.
Right, okay.
So I'm going to try and record myself a little bit when I remember.
Right.
But don't panic.
A bit like a blog.
Yeah. So we've got, I don't know if you've watched the YouTube video, but most of them are sort of lessons or...
Yeah.
But I'm going to try and do a bit of a week in the life off, so just forget it's there.
Okay. It's a bit hard to.
It is hard to. It is hard to. So just like that, Monday is behind us. It's 5:05. It's dark outside, so I think I'm going to call that a day. Managed to have quite a productive day today. I know you've seen some of the meetings that were held this morning. This afternoon it was more about admin, so the meeting agenda for the managers meeting on Friday is done, so I can cross that off my list, and some positive client outreach as well for new clients for 2025, but also to build on relationships that we've already got as well. So took some time out this afternoon to get that done, and I've changed the coffee for water. And so all in all, a productive day. Obviously this morning some positive meetings or calls with the managers, just to sort of see where they're up to and where we're going with that. And yeah, just keen to have a strong week. Obviously there's 2 weeks left till the Christmas shutdown, and want to make sure that it's as positive as possible and we can hit 2025 with a bang. So thanks for joining me today, and we'll be back to do it all again tomorrow. Good morning, it's Tuesday, so we're working our way through the week. Quite a busy day today. Got a number of meetings, got a supplier coming in this morning just to discuss the service and how it can be improved, and I suppose how they can get more business out of us potentially. And I've got a couple of sit downs later on with some of the staff that we're doing one-to-ones with. Just a bit of an update on performance, opportunities, the desk, where they're looking at getting the revenue from. So quite a busy day, and I've got a session at lunchtime with my running coach. So it's all action today. Hopefully it'll be a productive one, and we can continue the momentum from yesterday. I've got a couple of calls to make as well. So today's all about making sure that I make notes of what I want to get out of the day, and come 5 o'clock, make sure that I've ticked them all off, because otherwise I get to the stage where it'll be 5 o'clock and half the things that I've planned to do won't get done. But yeah, yesterday was a productive day, and I'm hoping to follow that up today with an equally productive day. Like I say, it'll be good to sit down with a couple of the team members as well. Say team members, I'll be sitting down with a couple of the managers for their one-to-ones, making sure that they've got the direction, they know where they need to be going, they know where they need to be pointing the team, because a lot of people over the next couple of weeks within our competition are likely to take the foot off the gas a little bit, breeze into Christmas. For us it's all about keeping that momentum going. We shut down over Christmas, so everybody's got a best part of 2 weeks off. So yeah, keep the momentum going, keeping the pressure on, keeping the communication with our clients going, building those relationships. Hopefully that way we can hit January hard. Because if you have 2 or 3 weeks now where you're cruising to Christmas, you come back in January and you've got to start the momentum again. So hopefully the team will just naturally roll into January with lots of opportunities, lots of vacancies, lots of candidates that they're trying to place. And I want to do a little bit of work today as well on the end of year sort of wrap up, as we call it, the end of year meeting that I'll do with all the team on the day of the Christmas do next Friday. There we'll go through sort of figures for the year, highs, lows, where we're up to as a business, what we want to achieve next year. Obviously some of that I won't be able to do till the managers meeting on Friday, where we'll finalise some of that information, but obviously I want to certainly make a start on the presentation, so that I'm not rushing it next week. And there's a lot of information that I can already pull through and put in there. So that's on my to-do list today, certainly to make a start with that. Like I say, I've got a meeting with a supplier this morning. I've got a couple of managers meetings with the managers this afternoon and one-to-ones to try and make sure that they're focused and pointing in the right direction for the last couple of weeks. And I want to give some thought to a podcast as well. I've been thinking about doing like a podcast where I'm interviewing recruiters. Want to have a look in my diary to see if I've got time to investigate it and actually get them booked in. But yeah, I think that's something that I'm giving some credence to, and thinking about getting a bit more content out there. It'll raise the brand of Rogers McHugh. Hopefully it might act as a good hiring platform as well, with potentially people hearing that and wanting to come and work for us. So yeah, I want to give that some thought today as well. But busy day, so I'd best crack on. I'm trying something a little bit different, so it's a bit of a week in the life for the YouTube channel. So none of this sensitive data will be heard on the channel.
Right.
What it'll be like.
Will I be seen on YouTube?
You may well be seen on the YouTube channel, yeah.
Can you reduce that as much as possible?
Trust me, I will be reducing that as much as possible. I'm just trying something a little bit different. I've seen a couple of different styles of videos and I want to just give it a bit of a shake up. Well, Tuesday's over, it's 5:30. What an incredibly busy day that proved to be. Couple of meetings which were productive with some of the managers, just setting expectations, setting some targets, and setting some focus around what we're going to do over the next week and a half, 2 weeks till the Christmas break, and then obviously what we can expect to get back from that in January, and just setting the stall out, like I said earlier, so that we can hit the year hard in 2025. Managed to get a session in with my running coach as well at lunchtime, which is great. I love doing it at lunchtime. It just means that my evening's my own. I don't have to worry about exercise, but exercise massively helps. And as tough as it was at lunch, you know, being out running, nobody able to interrupt your thoughts, it just gives me time to process what's going on. If there's an issue, it gives me time to compartmentalise it, come to a solution, just think it over. It means that I'm not reacting quite as quickly to things as maybe I once would, because I try and take some time, and like I say, if I'm going for a run, it gives me time to think about how I can handle the situation. So, or you know, in work, if I could, you know, if there's a problem or I'm thinking of how we can grow the business, it's a great opportunity to do that. So really enjoyed that. A couple of calls with clients, again with, you know, just looking at their accounts and how we can facilitate some support there, in terms of, you know, growing the accounts and payment terms and things like that. So that was productive. And this morning, a meeting with a key supplier of ours that hopefully will continue to be a key supplier. There was a few issues that I wanted to raise, which we got raised, and couldn't bring you into that meeting because there was a bit of information shared with me that isn't for the wider world at the minute. So unfortunately, I couldn't bring you into that meeting, but a really positive meeting and great to meet suppliers as well, because for me, it's all about partnerships. I want to be working in partnerships with our clients. I want them to see us as a valued partner, and I want to work in partnership with our suppliers, and I want to feel like, you know, we're a valued partner of theirs as well. So great day, busy day, hectic. I'm knackered, but that's Tuesday done, and we're back to do it all again tomorrow. It is Wednesday. It's not the usual morning piece that I'm putting together. It's very much lunchtime. It's been a busy morning. Today, quite a quiet day in the office. We do have some working from home on a Wednesday, so it means that I can get my head down. I'm maybe sitting down with one of the managers this afternoon with regards to just a bit of a strategic meeting over one of our key accounts. However, frog in my throat, sorry. It's a day when I like to get sales done. I like to speak to potential new clients. I like to try and drum up some business, because I know that we're only ever, 10 really good clients away from really supercharging the business at the minute. And if I can be involved in pushing those clients towards us, driving that business in towards us, then it makes a massive difference. So a lot of my day today is going to be focused on the phone, sending follow-up emails, speaking to clients, outreach on LinkedIn, and trying to generate some of those bigger accounts that we can then hopefully use those bigger accounts to bring people into the team to work alongside. And we've had some good news this week with regards to one of our clients that we work with. This year we were tier 2 suppliers, so we basically got second pick. If a job came in, the tier 1 supplier would get first opportunity to fill it, and if they did, then it didn't come down to us. However, we've performed well as backup this year, so we've been promoted to tier 1 for next year, so we'll get hopefully the main bulk of that work. So that's one step in the right direction with a good client, which is great. Like I say, I feel like we're only ever 10 really good clients away from really being able to grow the business further. So that's what my challenge is at the minute. That's what my focus is, and that's what I'm going to be putting the time into today. We've also managed to take some delivery of champagne, which is great because they're going to be given out at the Christmas awards next week. So I've now got them, which is good. The trophies came last week. They're not massive, but the trophies for the winners came last week, so that's good. So everything hopefully for next week, other than the presentation, is now done. I need to work on that. And I might spend some time this afternoon, because I didn't do it the other day, just looking at podcasts and what I think might work, just to continue to get the Rogers McHugh brand out there, because that's fundamentally where I see my job at the minute, growing the business, growing the brand, whether that's client acquisition and going out winning new business, whether that's looking at actual acquisitions and looking at how we can maybe grow via acquisition rather than organically all the time into other markets. That's obviously something that we're constantly reviewing and looking at as well. So that's where I feel like I now add the value. We've got a great team of people that are delivering for our clients, so I want to do more of the high level stuff. But that's Wednesday. See you in a bit. So, in a bit of a change to the normal setting this week, I'm currently in the car, on the road. It's Thursday, and I've got a meeting this morning with a client that we've worked with before, but hoping to do a lot more work with. So heading across to sunny Yorkshire, although as you can probably tell from the sky, not so sunny. As soon as we got across the Lancashire-Yorkshire border, the rain started falling, but I'm making no comment on which side of the Pennines is the best. So literally not in the office this morning, straight out on the road. It's a fair old drive, but it's going to be worth it, and you'll probably notice a slight change in the outfit as well. It's coming ho ho home. It obviously didn't come ho ho home, but it's a Christmas jumper. It's Christmas jumper day for Save the Children, so the whole team are wearing Christmas jumpers today. making a donation to Save the Children, which is fantastic. There was a little bit of a debate over whether I could wear it going to see a client. However, I figure why not? It's good talking point to start the meeting with, build a bit of rapport with. But yeah, so trying to get a bit of work done en route. It's 8:30. Been on the road at about an hour, so I'm just going to nip in, get a quick coffee, and hit the road again. So I'll speak to you later. Well, that's the client visit done. Good hour and 10 minutes with them, which is a decent amount of time. I love going seeing clients. I love getting a buzz off really productive meetings, really positive. They're definitely a client that I feel like we can trade with in 2025. Just having a chat with Tom, the branch manager that deals with that account. That's a client that we've not worked with in 2024. So it'd be great to get back out with them, start working with them again, building that relationship or growing that relationship, and yeah, just a really positive vibe coming out of it. So really happy with that. I love meetings like that. Like I say, it gives me a real buzz. Really glad to have got in with them. Nearly got in the picture that they had for the Christmas jumpers that they were about to take when we left, but unfortunately they didn't quite invite me into the picture, but we did take the picture for them, so it meant that everybody could get into the picture, which was great as well. Yeah, it was good to be in the Christmas jumper and be able to share in a bit of conversation about that and Save the Children, and that was great. But yeah, it just sort of started the meeting off on a positive foot. Really, it gave us something to talk about that wasn't there wasn't business and work. So yeah, great to build rapport with them. Really good meeting, really positive. Long drive back now, so depending on how long it takes, I'll either go into the office or straight home and work from home, catch up on all the emails that I've missed while I've been travelling. And there's a bit of work that I need to do off the back of that meeting as well. But yeah, really positive. Not bad for a Thursday. The weather's still not great, but yeah, really positive meeting. Brilliant for a Thursday. Really buzzed me up for the end of the week to go into the managers meeting that we've got tomorrow, that we're all prepped for. So I'll see you later. Okay, so a slightly different location again today. No car, no office. I'm walking up to head into Manchester. Our managers meeting, which is a full day of planning, strategizing, discussing the highs and the lows of the year, what we've learned, what we can learn, what we can take into 2025, what goals we're going to set for next year and how we're going to break them down, and what we're going to achieve or what we're going to aim to achieve in Q1 of 2025. So really focus the minds, some real deep diving into the year, which is great, setting the structures for 2025 and making sure really that we can hit the year in a positive frame of mind. We've had an okay year this year, not brilliant, not terrible. We've grown year on year, which is fantastic because the recruitment market this year has been tricky. So to grow through that is obviously great news, but I feel like we're on the cusp of having a really strong year, and I want to make sure that all the management team are bought into that. I want to make sure that they're all pointing in the right direction, that they've all got the support that they need. Obviously if there is anything that we can help them with, then we need to make sure that we implement that and put that in place to give everybody the best chance of hitting the goals for next year, because if they hit their goals then as a business we hit ours. So it's going to be a long day, it's going to be an intense day, but really positive, and I'm really looking forward to it. So I'll show you as much of the day as I can, but there's going to be a lot of confidential chatter around targets and plans and clients and figures, but yeah, really excited for it. So let's go and end the week on a high. Well, what a busy day that was yesterday. We're on Saturday now. Didn't get much filmed yesterday. It was hectic. We were there all day. Really positive. A lot of good things to implement a lot of good things that we discussed. My to-do list has now massively increased, but I'm really positive, and I feel like we can hit 2025 hard. We've got some really big, hairy goals to achieve, but I'm confident the team will achieve them. And that wraps up the week in the life of a business owner. So hope you've enjoyed this. It's something a bit different. I've got a couple of hours admin work to do now, just to follow up on some of the stuff that we discussed yesterday, and then it's time for a bit of a rest before we go again on Monday. Have a great weekend.